And if you have ever wondered to have passive source of that is an income which is not from your regular monthly salary, for which you're not giving that, but your money is come. That is called passive. It is once you put in the effort, the money starts coming all over your life. Just imagine if you have five sources of passive, how beautiful your life will be. You will not worry about. So how do you make these different sources of passive? Well, you need to develop a mindset before you start to have multiple sources of income. You need to come out of the shell of being a person dependent only on salary. As we all know, today life is unpredictable in the era of art. You never know whether tomorrow you'll have your job. During this time, once everything is free all over the world, and technology has reached to a level wherein the computers have started to think like your brain. It is for you to develop different source of tasks that will help gain financial freedom. Today, your salary income is not have diversified to build wealth. How do you do that? You need to prioritize system. You need to have a predictable, scalable income flow over a period of time. That you need to develop a mindset which has a strategy, which has discipline, and has long-term consistency. So how do you like generate these five different sources of it? The first is P2P lend, that is peer-to-peer lend. Let's suppose you have a lump sum amount of money. You want to earn regular income with high. There are several platforms regulated by Reserve Bank of it where you can get 18 to 30% return on your month you're lending to people with probably more higher risk and default costs. So how does it actually work? It's a website wherein you go and offer your money and you get a certain percentage of return investable amount. Now, these platforms are regulated by Reserve Bank lend box fair liquid loans. And normally the borrowers who require money, they go take loan from these websites and repay monthly EMIs with interest. You can make anywhere around 18 to 30% of returns per annum. Quite a decent return. Complete all the formalities such as KYC and have your account open online flat. So in a way, it is a high yield monthly income of elevated risk. This has a lot of risk. So the more risk, the more returns you. If you want to diversify your income and have a passive source of income, you can adopt this method as well. Then we have monthly payout corporate bond. This gives you stable 10 to 12% of monthly, a fixed monthly interest from NBA corporate that are safer than stocks and higher than government bonds in terms. So what happened? Company lend or platforms lend to companies via bonds that fix monthly. You get anywhere around 10 to 12% of return. You need to open a demat account and buy the bond. Bonds are like fixed deposit, which gives you a fixed amount of return at the set interval. There are company creditors, lower liquidity was stock. These are some of the disadvantages, but you want an income more like fixed deposit with better returns than fixed deposits, around 10 to 12, you can look out for corporate. The third option is to build a dividend income calc. Now, this is, in a way, a method wherein you accumulate stocks that gives you regular dividend or buy. And these companies which are listed on the stock market have a distinct characteristic of giving dividends to its customers. Moreover, they are known as dividend-paying stocks. So the more number of stocks you have, the more number of shares you have, the more amount of dividends you are. So in order to get dividends, you need to find these topic companies with payout which correspond to your monthly schedule of income when you need them. For good stocks, maybe 4 to 6 stocks that cover all the 12, avoiding concentration risk while keeping the portfolio managed prior dividend payment and see which company is reliable. Can use monthly SIPs to build positions gradually, and over a period of time, you would have accumulated shares that give you a good amount of dividend. And with the help of dividend, you would be able to make a good passive. For example, companies like Coal India, RE, Power Grid in Hindustan, these companies pay dividend 4 to 5 times. And if you start accumulating dividend paying share 5 to 10 years, you would have a substantial balance of stocks that will give you returns every month like a salary. Pro is the advantage is that you will get regular cash flow with potential capital appreciation if you hold these stocks for a longer period of time. Also, since it is stock and market is subject to wallet, you can get less dividends. In fact, some shares might also go down. So dividends are not guaranteed and companies can reduce or skip the dividends. It is not compulsory for them to give dividends every time. The next option is to have a systematic withdrawal plan by building wealth and then taking it out step by step. Example, you have several mutual funds run different providers. After 10 to 12 years, or maybe 20 years, you accumulate a big corpus of 20 crores. Now what you do from this corpus, systematically withdraw 3 to 4.5%, 3 to 4% of total lump sum amount of salary. This to become part has been happening since last 20 years, thereby not even decreasing your corpus, your pocket. You will not imagine how beautiful it will without doing your corp amount which you are paying. It is a great to build wealth, which is in a way putting your money in real estate. By not Akila having part prop, it is like whatever amount of money it of month properties are purchased over the months when it will get returns according to a brilliant way, even without getting in more money. Let me give you a bonus, something which is such a good strategy. Just imagine you have extra 30,000 of month. Every month you just buy gram, you have 20 or you imagine 104 month for it. That will be around 5 take amount of 1 gram of gold or 50,000 to match. You will be having 2.5 crores just 5 grams of gold. It's a brilliant way to accumulate wealth and become rich, which will give you income all your